gentlemen, you're now tuning into the very best. It's yours truly, Jazzy Fizzle, Fizzle, Fizzle. And this is Instinct Radio, man. Tune in, baby. Oh, boy.
You're in the mix with Conversations with Cupid Radio on Instinct Radio Net.
If you would like to advertise your business on Conversations with Cupid, airing every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Instinct Radio, email us at shay@middleclassmatchmaker.com. That's Shay, SHAE, at middleclassmatchmaker.com.
You're in the mix with Conversations with Cupid Radio on Instinct Radio Net.
Hey everybody, happy holidays and happy Thursday. Welcome to Conversations with Cupid. I'm your host, Shay, Middle Class Matchmaker Primus. If you don't know who I am, I'm a certified matchmaker and dating coach. And this show, Conversations with Cupid, is a platform for singles. We discuss relationships and dating issues, and tonight will be no different. Tonight we're talking about being single over the holidays. One of our guests is pulling up now, but Miss Amayu, this is your second time on my show.
Yes.
Welcome
yay.
back. Please introduce yourself for people who don't know who you are.
Well, my name is Amayu. I'm currently in retail. I came from the IT world, and I'm also pursuing my acting right now. So if y'all know somebody that can hook me up, hook it up.
And you were just in a Christmas play, weren't you?
Okay, so let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all remember that snow that we had?
Yeah.
So that weekend was the weekend of the play.
Okay.
So they rescheduled it for the following weekend. Great, right? I had already had plans to go out of town to Oklahoma City to see my best friend. So I didn't get to participate.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You had been practicing. You couldn't come on my show for weeks because you
I
had
know.
rehearsals.
I know.
And
I
then
know.
you didn't get to do the play. I'm so sorry. Sad face.
Yeah.
But there'll be other opportunities.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Well, so tonight we're going to be talking about being single over the holidays. And some people think that, you know that song, What Do the Lonely Do at Christmas? Some people think that singles are just sitting at home, sipping on hot cocoa, sad, and I know some people might be. This holiday season is not always festive and joyful for some people.
Right.
They may have lost loved ones during the holidays. They may actually be all by themselves because their family members may live in other states. Maybe they couldn't get off work so they could travel. I mean, various things. But everybody's not the same. And what I want to talk about, come on in, John. I see John just came here. What I want to talk about is, how singles are celebrating over the holidays. Let's give John a chance to come in and then introduce himself. Thank you. And John is my events manager, so he does great work with all of our events that we have, and that we actually have a New Year's Eve party coming up on, obviously, New Year's Eve. And it's our glow up. It's going to be a glow in the dark party. You can wear whatever you want. We got black lights. We got glow in the dark, things that make it glow in the dark there. It's going to be really fun. All you can drink, open bar. We're doing a brunch, like a brunch buffet, and champagne toast at midnight. And we're just doing lots of things. It's going to be lots of fun, so I'm very excited. All right, Mr. John, if you can introduce yourself, let us know who you are, your age. You don't have any kids, you've never been married, all the good stuff people want to know. And your height, they like that too.
I'm John David, 6'3", no kids, never been married, 39, holding on strong for that 40.
I'm going to be turning 39 in 6 days, so I get it.
Well, congratulations.
Well, not yet, but I understand. But you know what? It's a great thing. We're going to talk about that too, but it's a great thing. It's a blessing to be alive,
Right.
It's definitely, it could be the other way. But we want to talk about tonight being single over the holidays and what you guys are going to be doing and your plans and how has it been previous holidays, etc. So let's start with you, Amayu. What are your plans?
I'm usually with family, not my own, obviously, because I don't have children and a husband and all that jazz yet. But I'm with either my sister and my 2 nephews, which I love to do because I'm just kind of the greatest aunt ever. So I'll be with her, and my mother will be there. And also I'm going to go over to my great Aunt Lily's house this year. Aww. And just spend some time with a bunch of cousins and aunts and uncles that I have. So,
do you buy all the things for your nieces and nephews, like
Okay,
Santa.
so what had happened was like I had a job change.
Okay.
So there'll be minimal gifting.
Right.
But I do like to just see their faces when they
Yeah.
get presents and stuff like that. So
Yeah, now how does that feel? Like, I know you don't have kids yet.
Mm-hmm.
You're spending the holidays with them. Do you ever feel like, I wish this was my house and my kids? And
not necessarily because I do feel like that's coming for
Of
me actually in
course.
2018.
Oh,
so
next year.
Look
Okay.
out for it.
Okay.
I get sad sometimes, but fortunately not around the holidays, like
Okay.
because I'm surrounded by so much love. I don't really go through that, but I know a lot of people do. So
Yeah, and a lot of people's families ask them a lot. Like,
Yeah.
when are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids?
Are you dating anyone?
Right.
Yeah. I
All
don't
right.
have too much pressure from the
No.
family on that front because they know I want to be married before I start having children.
Obviously, yeah.
So I don't get too much pressure from my
Good.
family.
All right, John, what are you doing for the holidays?
Well, I'm going to go to my parents' house.
In Columbus?
In Columbus, down in there. I've been doing that the last, about 7 years now since
Really?
I've been back in Atlanta. So I'll go down there and kick it with them. All my high school friends pretty much are down there, so I'll go hang out with them. Just have a good time and come on back.
So, like, are the kids there, or just you and your
It's
parents?
just myself and my parents. My sister,
You're the only
my older
kid.
sister. Well, I'm the baby, but my sister's like 4 years older than me. So
okay.
we kind of just all adulting, give out little gifts. I kind of go in my room and watch the games and come out to eat, take naps, and then come back.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
No
But-
nieces and nephews.
No
though.
nieces and nephews.
So it's just y'all.
It's just us. Just us.
So, like, but you actually put up a tree. I saw you put up your
Yeah,
tree.
this is actually the third time I put up a tree. And as being an adult single by myself, I've never put up a tree before, but this is actually the third year I put up a tree in a row.
And you had, like, a little train track.
Oh yeah, train tracks, my little Spurs emblems.
That's on
I'm
your
trying
tree,
to figure
Spurs
out
emblems on your decorations?
Trying to figure out how to put a beer on the train for it to go around.
Oh, you wanted to carry a beer
Yeah.
around. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's just fun for you. And
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
a lot of people say, well, nobody lives here, it's just me, so I'm not going to put up a tree, but you did it anyway.
Right, to be in the spirit.
Do you invite people over to come look at the
No.
tree, or just
They can see pictures on Instagram and Facebook.
you just post it on
Yeah,
Facebook?
unless they come through.
Okay. Do you decorate? I mean,
I do. Actually, last year I didn't. I was just like, there's no kids here because
Yeah.
before that I had my niece and nephew, temporary custody of them.
Oh, you did.
So I was like, there aren't any kids here. This was last year, and I was like, we're not going to put up a tree or anything. And it felt like the Grinch stole Christmas. So this year I have a tree, and we set it up and everything. So yeah, I just like the festiveness of
Yeah.
it, festivities, whatever it's called. Yeah, that.
You know what? I just realized as you were talking, I haven't heard any Christmas music yet. That's why I'm not in the Christmas spirit. I kept like, what is wrong with me this year? I'm just not in it. But I haven't heard any. No,
Soul
so
Christmas
that's what I need
songs
to
or
do.
nothing? Not yet.
If I don't hear
Right.
Silent Night by the Temptations, it's not Christmas yet, and I haven't heard that at all. So as soon as we leave, I'm gonna blast my Silent Night
Yes.
by the Temptations so I can get in the spirit, because I just really haven't been in the spirit. Then I was just like, why am I like feeling like that?
Yeah,
That's what
that's
it
what
is.
you need.
Yeah. So okay. So you guys spend Christmas with your family,
Right.
And so you never does your family ask you about when you gonna get married, when you have kids?
Nah, family's really laid back. They're cool. They don't say nothing really much.
But how would it be if you brought somebody home?
I've done it before.
Okay, so
I
you
actually
have.
did it probably about 10 years ago.
10?
About
That's a
10
long
years
time
A
ago.
long time ago. It's before I,
Yeah, 20
went
That's
a long
overseas.
time ago.
Went overseas and did all my stuff and came back. But I was actually dating. We were living together.
Okay.
And we actually went home for the holidays, and it was actually nice. We had a good time.
So your family's accepting of new people or whatever.
Oh yeah, of course.
But it's been a long time since you brought somebody home.
Yeah. I want everybody to see my mama.
So she
I
has
agree.
to be very. So
Yeah.
yeah, what does it take for you to bring somebody home for the holidays?
You got to be special. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna break it down to details. I got to be able to deal with you on an everyday basis. That's all I'll say.
So do you have a problem dealing with people on an everyday basis?
People are aggravating sometimes.
Yeah.
But you got to be able to tolerate what you can.
Yeah. So once you feel like you can deal with a person and the person has
Right.
passed that test, then you're able to bring them home.
Right, exactly.
And are you exclusive when you bring them home?
Exactly.
You have to be.
You have to be exclusive.
Okay.
So I have to be dating you for at least 3-4 months stop.
Before you can even think about it.
Right, exactly.
Really?
Because, I mean, you just can't bring everybody home. It's just like you can't bring everybody to meet your child if you have a child,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
You have to be selective.
Some people's homes are different. Like some people's houses are casual. It doesn't matter who. Like I can invite anybody to my family's house. It could be like a coworker who doesn't have family. It could be anybody. My family's not like that. But some people's family is like, okay, you bring them home. It needs to be.
Well, I
mean,
mean, if it's like a lifetime friend that I've known
You can
for
do that,
years, I
yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
I've had friends over, female friends over that I've known half my life, or
Okay.
3 or 4 years.
But if it's a
Yeah.
special, it has to be a special
It has
person.
to be a special person.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that makes sense. What about you, Amelia? When's the last time you brought somebody home?
For the holidays? Oh, I'm not bringing anybody home for the holidays unless we're talking about marriage. I'm very protective of my family, and like I don't want them to get all hype about somebody that's not serious.
Okay, so you've never brought anybody home. Ever?
Not for the holidays. No.
Have you ever gone to somebody's house for the holidays?
No.
Never.
And like parents like me, so I'm not about to just go over to some, because I don't want them to get attached and then we break up, then your mama still like me. Yeah.
I know. I have so many moms who love me, and I love them too. I know. I'm the kind of person that if I meet your mom, she's going to love me. And your nieces and nephews, your grandmama,
Right.
everybody. So yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying, but I like going. When I was out dating, I liked going meeting different families. It's fun, you know. It's fun to meet people and see how they spend their holidays. Because everybody's different, and their traditions are different.
Yeah.
So I like that. But I guess so. You always spend holidays with your family. You've
Yes.
never done anything different.
No.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know if that's sad or not.
No,
but-
just asking the question.
And like recently, like over the past 4 or 5 years, my family dynamics have changed because my parents are no longer together.
Oh no.
So I mean,
that
it's
makes
okay.
A big difference.
Yeah, it did, and the first couple of Christmases were a little bit rough. Like we
Yeah.
were still happy because, like I
They
said,
were
you got
together a long time.
35 years,
Wow, your whole life. Wow.
pretty much.
Wow.
So when that change happened, it was like I said, it was a little bit different. But having the kids there, to me, that makes a world of difference.
Yeah, my parents are divorced as well, but my dad still comes over because of the grandkids, right?
Right.
So if you didn't know, you wouldn't know my parents were divorced because my parents are always we always do family things. If one of the kids is in a program, everybody's there.
Right.
You really wouldn't know that they're divorced, but they've been divorced a long time. They just co-grandparent well.
Good.
But yeah, that does change the dynamics when someone gets divorced. All right, let me read some of y'all's comments. Tashura said, I didn't put up a tree this year, but next year the Grinch will not have Christmas, single or not. Derek says, so let me get this straight. Amayu will be single at Christmas, and so will John. I think I might have an idea. Candace says, I didn't put up a tree because no one comes to my house, and I didn't want to take it down. I know, Candace, if my man didn't put up my tree and take it down, I wouldn't have a tree either. I promise you. He gets so excited. Like, he put up the tree. He put the stuff on the porch, all the little decorations in my yard. Like, literally, he gets, like, so, like, the stockings, he did all of that. He gets, like, so, like, ooh, it's Christmas.
Oh, wow.
So, I know. So, that's why I have it, because otherwise I wouldn't. Tashura says, sounds like he want to be single. He don't like people. Ooh. John, do you like people?
I love people.
I wonder where she got that from.
You know I love people.
I don't know where she got that from.
That
Just
adult
reading
Christmas, I guess.
Okay. Derek says no one wants to come to your house because you're mean. He's talking to Candace. Tashura says, I'm tired of being the person with no family that people invite home. Then I got to go through the interrogation. Okay, so Tashura, people constantly invite you to come over. It's very interesting. But people tend to like go, oh, you're single. Do you have anywhere to go for the holidays? Do people
Right.
ask you this all the time? Like, do you have anywhere to go?
And it's kind of like, for me, it's convenient. If I don't go home, my mom's best friend lives in Powder Springs.
Oh.
And she has a big family. I can just go over there.
So you
But
choose.
I can choose. And then I know with some of my friends, they have like little singles, Christmas
Yeah, so you
get-togethers
do
and dinners
that.
and stuff. But my mom will kill me if I don't come home. So I have to go home.
Like, does your mom cook a special meal for you?
Yeah, special meal, bakes my own cake.
Gotta have
You know,
that.
I had to bring it back. I mean, it's all me, you know.
So how is this new woman gonna even fit into this
Oh, she
equation?
can have some of the cake, you know.
No, but how is she's gonna want to cook for you for Christmas, and she's
It's
gonna
just-
want to.
Well, it's because I have nobody, so my mom does. She does it for me.
So
Yeah.
sweet.
I'm her baby, but I'm the grown one. But
If that
you
woman
still
is
the baby.
smart, she's
But I'm
gonna
still the
call
baby.
his mama. And
That's
get
what
them
you would do.
recipes.
And make
That's
you.
what I would do.
You would say, okay, John likes this kind of cake. How do I make it?
Right.
That's
oh, yeah,
right.
I'm finicky. I don't eat everything.
He's very particular. He only wants it the way his mama makes it.
Oh no,
I
you
understand
good.
that.
Trust me.
You can do that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I think I would feel a little intimidated. Like, okay, you have to get a special meal of that. Because I don't cook well, so I would be like, we gonna just eat it at mama's house. I'm gonna be eating at mama's house too.
Right. Bring my
Nah, she's
Tupperware.
cool now. I'm telling you, she's cool. She knows I don't eat certain things, so she'll just make extra of what I do eat.
So what are these
it's really
certain
cool.
things you don't eat?
Like,
I'm
I
just
don't-
curious.
Like, it's crazy. I don't drink tea. I don't do stuffing. I
Wait,
don't
you're
do
not allowed
pie.
in the South if you
Right.
don't drink tea.
Well, I just don't. I
Okay.
drink green tea. How about that?
Okay.
Hot, but I don't do pies. No pies.
Dang, no sweet potato pie?
Nope.
So what
No
cake
sweet
does your
potatoes.
mom make you?
She made me like a regular yellow cake with white frosting.
That's what you like.
I love it.
Oh.
Homemade frosting, love it. It's got to be that diabetes frosting that when you bite in it,
Sugary.
it's
You
got to
gonna
be
need
sugary.
an insulin
Yeah,
shot?
Exactly.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So what don't you eat that she makes extra of? for you?
She does a lot macaroni and cheese. Tear it up.
Gotta
love
have that.
macaroni.
Love it. Tear it up. That's about it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So you just have a whole plate of macaroni and cheese. And
Yeah,
some cake.
that and some ham and some turkey and no dressing, no stuffing, none of that, and some greens.
That's it.
That's it. And my cake.
That's all you want.
That's all I want.
And what do you drink? Because you don't drink tea.
Either some lemonade, some water, or a soda every now and then.
Okay. What about you? Do you have special meals for the holidays?
Well, we just have like a regular Christmas dinner ham. We have a turkey if we decide we want that. Greens, green bean casserole, sweet potato pie, if we request
Is
it,
it
or
like
candy
Thanksgiving?
yam.
Because we don't do
It's
Christmas
almost
dinner.
like Thanksgiving, yeah. And my mom makes her carrot cake, which is bomb. Gotta have that every year. That's
So
pretty
so
much
you
it.
have a Christmas dinner, which is like Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't have Christmas dinner. We have Christmas brunch, and Christmas brunch is like breakfast, breakfast type foods. And my mom might make like a quiche, and then we have grits, we have bacon, eggs, sausage. It's like breakfast, but we do it like around 1:00. And that's when everybody opens their gifts or whatever. I usually host the brunch. My sister usually hosts the Thanksgiving dinner. So we don't do a Christmas dinner. So that's what I mean. Like going to different people's houses, you see different traditions.
Right.
Yeah,
So y'all should try that sometimes, checking out somebody else's tradition.
I will next year.
Yeah, maybe in your new relationship. All right, I'm just trying to read y'all's comments. Okay.
Just skip over Derek.
Kiana says she's taking notes. Ashley said, "Are you scared of pie?
I don't like it.
Any kind of
Period.
pie? Key lime, sweet potato."
No pie, period. Now, I get that from my father because my father's really finicky. He doesn't eat no cheese. So
But you like macaroni.
I like
cheese.
macaroni and
Okay.
cheese. Yeah.
So growing up, you were finicky and he was too.
Right.
Or your mom
Right.
needs a crown.
Right. She needs
That's a
she
lot.
needs- yeah. But they're not together anymore, so
Okay.
she's remarried. So
So she
yeah.
can cook more.
Yeah, she can cook
Okay.
whatever now.
All right. Tashura says, no tea, stuffing or pies, what in the ham slice? Derek says, my mama hamburger helper be banging. I hope your mama cook more than hamburger helper,
Right.
Derek. Kyoka says, John sounds boring. Derek says, so y'all mama put ham hocks in the collard greens. What?
My mom doesn't put ham hocks anymore. Now she
does.
puts smoked turkey necks or something like that because it's healthier, but she used to.
Yeah, my mom used to, and she does turkey, but she makes mine and my son's with no meat at all, and she seasons it very well. So we'll have collards or like kale with no meat. She doesn't cook meat because I don't eat meat. What about hot dog? Derek said I went over to a lady's house I was dating, and her mama put cut up hot dogs in the macaroni and cheese. I dumped her before New Year's. Lord. Candace Smoot asked, how long has John been single?
I don't know.
That long.
I would say that long.
I mean, you
In
haven't
a
brought
serious
anybody home in
relationship.
10 years.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I was in a relationship at that time. We were living together, and then, of course, we ended up breaking up, and I went and worked overseas for a long
did?
period of
Okay.
time, and then came back.
So you haven't been in a serious relationship since?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And he's such a great catch, by the way. I tell him that all the time.
But is he trying to get caught?
He's trying to get caught. He want
Okay.
he want to give
Get into it,
his
y'all.
parents some grandkids. He wants to get married. Ashley thinks you're picky. Are you picky with women?
I'm not. It's hard out there.
So let's talk about it since everybody's
It's hard
single.
out there.
It's like,
It's not
what
that
is,
hard.
like, why? And I don't want to ask the question that y'all hate.
You
people
can
to
ask.
I don't
I'm not
ask.
going to ask that. I'm not going to ask that.
Thanks, Shakiba.
But what would it take for you to lock somebody down, and what would it take for somebody to lock you down?
What, you
what is
curved
that?
Ashley?
I tried to flirt with John David, but he curved me.
Probably.
That was from Ashley. he don't remember. She said she's just playing.
Oh.
Okay. Because he's like, I don't know. I don't remember.
He like, when did that happen?
Did you flirt or did
Check
you
the
inbox?
You gotta check the inbox because
You,
guys,
you
be
gotta
slow
watch with the
flirt.
inbox so people can just be saying hi and just, getting some general
If
knowledge.
we say
and
hi
then-
in your inbox, we're usually interested.
No, I've seen people
I
just
say
say hi.
usually. But what she saying?
And
hi
then-
I
for?
thought it
What
was
you say
cute. I
hi
saw
for?
that somebody put a little ball in the inbox.
Oh.
And then they said, oops, I'm sorry, my ball fell in your yard. It's like something like that.
Cute.
I thought that was cute, too.
You gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah, shoot the shot. But so anyway, what would it take for you to lock somebody down? Like what qualities would she have to have? What does she need to bring for you to go, this is the one?
I'm big on communications. And I know that for me, sometimes I can lack on it. But like for instance, and I fight with women or people all the time. If we're talking on a constant basis and one of us falls off for a minute, it shouldn't take one person to like, I'm waiting for you to call me. No, we should be calling each other. Like for instance, I'm quite busy a lot of times, and I might be getting ready to call or text or something happens, the other phone rings or I get busy, and well, I didn't hear from you for a day. Okay, you could have texted me. I know I could have texted you.
So you want the
too.
conversation to be mutual,
But
not
yeah,
just
to be
you.
mutual, not to be just one-sided.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I have coached a lot of women on this. They expect the man to always initiate, and that shouldn't be. At the same time, women don't want to appear thirsty or, so they don't want to call all the
Right.
time, but it should be mutual. Don't
Right.
wait for him to make all the calls or make all the moves.
That's how I feel. That's just my love language is communication.
It's not a love language.
That's not
by
a
the
love
way,
language.
but-
It's mine made up one.
Okay, when did you make up?
I love language.
Communication.
He just made up one.
I made mine up.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's communication.
Maybe it's words of affirmation. Maybe
Maybe.
that's what.
Do you need her to tell you how great you are,
Nah,
how wonderful
I'm
you
good.
are?
You're not gonna
You
say
just
yes
hey,
if he does.
Whatever, I'm good. If you're calling or texting, then I know. At
Right.
least,
Okay.
that's with me.
Interesting. All right, Ameyu, what would it take for you to be locked down? Like, because I know a lot of men find you attractive, and
You gonna make me blush.
They're
girl.
interested because they always say that.
Well, the main thing that puts me in the minority is the celibacy, and I understand that. And I'm not going to say, oh, well, you have to be celibate. Like if we're in a relationship, of course I would want it at that time. But just in the getting to know you phase, what he does is his business. But I want to be celibate until I get married. So I know that's not going to work with most guys.
And has that been a problem dating?
Honestly, lately I don't think so. But it hasn't really gotten to that point recently. But that's one thing. And as far as my core needs, I do need someone I'm spiritually aligned with. I do need someone that I'm physically attracted to, because even though we're not having the sex, I do eventually want to. So I gotta want them. What else? Just have good personalities. Like we have to kind of click. And I need someone that is motivated.
That
So
sounds
those are
simple enough.
I think so too.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff is simple. It's just that we make it hard as adults.
That's the thing. It's like every time y'all tell me what you're looking for, I'm like, okay, that's
It's
easy.
easy.
But
Right.
then I can show you 15 people that meet those criteria. You're like, no.
Yeah, we make it hard. We make
what
it
it is
hard.
y'all are looking for that in a specific package.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and if she or he doesn't look like this, and sometimes that's what it is.
And I think because of that, that's why I'm open to dating someone that I'm not initially attracted to, because there are guys where I'm like, but then I meet them, I'm just like, okay.
Right. And people can grow
So,
on you.
yeah.
It happens to me as well. All right, so I'm trying to read y'all's comments. Okay.
Thanks, Candace.
Prosperity Queen says, girl, call me. I did the celibacy, and 2 of my male friends did it too. Child. Brooklyn says she wants a guy to put the hot dogs in her mac and cheese. Wait, what? What in the world are y'all talking about? Oh my God. They should go on a date. Might be the next couple. You know, who knows? But I don't want to put people on the spot, because if either one of them don't find the other one attractive, then they might feel some kind of way. So I'm not going to ask that question.
I'll just check my inbox.
Oh, she said she'll just check her inbox.
See if there's a
So
bomb
if you
there.
shoot your shot, you do. If you don't, you don't. What in the world is Brooklyn talking about?
I don't know. You got to come and
Michael says celibacy don't work.
Lies.
Okay. So let's talk about that. Like, hypothetically, would you date someone who was celibate? John. Just hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
I don't think I could do it.
You don't think you could do it?
I don't think I could do
What
it.
do you think would be harder? Why couldn't you do it?
I just couldn't, because a woman's body is magnificent. Mm-hmm. And men, we just
They want
got to have it. We got to have it.
But okay, but
I mean-
there's some things you can do without going all the way.
What the hell? I don't want to be teased.
That would be a tease.
That'd
to
be
you.
a tease to me.
And a lot of people who are celibate don't wait a long time to get married. Like, I know a lot of people who dated celibate and they got married relatively short period of time. So it could be something like that where she's the one and you don't have to wait that long. You just go ahead and plan your wedding.
And I feel like that's going to be the case with me. Just because I've done a lot of soul searching over the past couple of years, and I'm at a place where I know what I want. I know to pray about it, and when God sends it, I'm be like, yes.
You don't have to wait a long time.
I don't think I'm going to have to.
And I don't think you have to. You don't always have to. A lot of people, especially if logically this will work. If the person aligns with everything you want and you go, okay, this can work. I don't know that you have, because you got the rest of your life to grow and learn about each other and build together. You don't have to wait until it's, I don't know a lot of times people wait forever. And some people don't wait as long. They don't wait long at all. So I guess you can have whatever you want. Lamar says, no, I got to have it. Michael says, I can tell you that will be hard.
Tell you what would be hard.
Said he got to have it.
Candace says, well, that's over, dang. Tashura says the key is dating someone who wants the same thing. I mean, but there aren't a lot of celibate men. I mean, let's just be honest. There are men who will say, I'm celibate too. But then when you dig deeper, like, when was the last time you had sex? Last night. But I'm celibate because you tell me you're celibate.
Right.
I mean, I just don't hear a lot of men walking around saying, I'm saving my body for marriage. I just don't hear it. It's just a message that a lot of women say. And the problem is finding people who can align with that.
Right.
And so even if they're not celibate, which most of them won't be,
Right.
they would be somebody who'd be willing to wait.
Right.
It's probably what you're going to find.
And that's
Somebody
what I'm
who's
expecting.
Who's just like, you know what? I'm not celibate, but you're worth it, and I'm willing to wait.
And
That's
I'm
probably,
like, yes.
That's probably what you're going to find. I mean, they're just not men walking around here
Right.
saying that. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
And I think some people would look at them interestingly like, oh, okay, what's that about?
Right.
If they were. So
Yeah, a lot of judgment would come. on the men
realistically,
for that.
you'll probably meet someone who will be willing to wait until marriage, but
And that's
he's
good enough
not
for me.
celibate. He's getting it in right now, but he's got to be willing to wait. Yeah, but I don't think that should be a detour. So, okay, that's been what's holding you back. So then what's the one thing that's been holding you back, man, John?
As far as
Getting married, being exclusive. She says she feels like her being celibate has been
well,
holding her back.
I'm 39. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen children out of wedlock.
You
Seen
don't want
divorce.
that.
No, I don't want that. I've seen divorces next month.
Yeah,
I
I
just
see
don't
people
want
get
that.
married and divorced real
Right.
quick.
I just don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
We're till death do us part.
Yeah, I agree. Now, some women I've heard say they find if a man is almost 40 and no kids, they're like questioning them.
What's
Right.
wrong with him?
I've
Right.
heard that. I find
Yeah.
that to be very strange, but I've heard women say this.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Have you heard that
I've
before?
heard that. He don't have no kids.
Like, what's
or,
wrong with him?
What's wrong with him?
So you've just been very responsible.
Yeah, I have. And then, I went overseas.
Okay,
Was
yeah.
in the military for a while, so I was trying to, find myself.
Oh, yeah.
find myself. And I've been back in Atlanta, I want to say almost 8 years now, and I'm finally in a position where everything's lined up. Everything's perfect. I'm just looking for that.
And I've said this to you too. You've gotten a lot of your stuff. You've got your stuff together.
Right.
Like somebody could walk into your life and y'all can ride off in the sunset.
Right.
You have really taken the time to get your stuff together, which I think is commendable for a single man, because some men don't even think to do that. They're just like, I'm gonna live my life and spend money and not think about it, But you've really gotten. I think you have yourself together where somebody could just walk in and you could take it from there, which is great. Yeah, I mean, you're not living in a shoebox. Some people are like, no, seriously, some people are like, they just have been every check just spending it up. Like, they don't have anything to show for it.
Right.
A lot of people are like that, you know what I mean? So I think it's good that you're not. So in this time of, singleness, how have you been preparing?
Ooh, okay, so about 2.5-ish years ago, I saw this video that went viral. It was by April Mason, and she was talking about how she's not for the whole strong, independent black woman, rah, rah, rah thing. And a lot of things that she said resonated with me because I feel like I wasn't exuding feminine energy. I was exuding a lot of masculine energy, and I know what they're already going to say about that, but that's a topic for another day. But
how were you exuding because I don't see it. I can't see you being masculine.
I'm not like that. It took some years, and even sometimes I kind of slip back into it. But being in my job, I was in a male-dominated field. I was in IT, so that was one
John's
thing.
In IT. I was just making a comment. He's in IT.
That's one thing, and I don't necessarily feel like that was modeled for me at home, even though my mom was a stay-at-home mom at times or whatever. She wasn't like overly feminine, or that's just not things that I would associate with her. But I knew that I wasn't as comfortable in that masculine energy. And so when I started getting more in touch with my feminine energy, I was just like, this fits. Like, it felt natural to me. But like I said, sometimes I do still kind of slip back into that masculine energy, and I just kind of have to reel it back in. But that was the main thing, because I found out through listening to April that masculine energy is going to want feminine energy, and I love a masculine man.
And you weren't attracted.
I wasn't attracting it because
masculine.
He said, "I've been to Paris." I'm like, "Oh, I've been to Paris too." Like, not necessarily like that, but just the energy was off. So that's, to me, that's the main thing. And since I've turned it on.
I've been feminine since I came out the womb. Like, my mom will tell you, I've been carrying a purse since I was 2. Like, my dad would paint my nails every weekend. Like, I've always been super feminine. So it's very hard for me to wrap my head around not being girly. I've been girly forever. And my mom is also very girly. So I grew up in this is what girls do. And she had 2 girls, so we were just over the top frills and lace bows. We were just all girly. So it's really interesting when I meet women who, I have met so many women who just they don't even exude femininity. And they're not even gay. They just don't even exude feminine energy.
That was me.
And they're straight, and they want a man, and it's like, yeah, but you kind of give off kind of male vibes,
And that's the thing, so many women, sorry to say, but a lot, especially black women, are in that strong, independent woman mode. Gotta do it, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And a lot of them bring that energy outside of the workplace, and they're wondering why they're not attracting those men, even though they've got the cute dress on, they've got the little purse, and they got their faces beat, honey, hair together, but they're not putting out that energy. And or if the guy does come and talk to them, once they have the conversation, it's a lot of headbutting. And I'm hoping that there will be a revolution, a feminine revolution that will get a lot of people together.
Yeah,
so
I think that would be good. And a lot of men, on the flip side, are not exuding male energy. Interestingly enough, I'm not saying anything about homosexuality. I'm talking about straight men who just don't exude male energy, and they're exuding a lot of feminine energy. So it's just the times are very different. I'm talking about straight people. Both of them are straight.
Yep. And
she's exuding male energy, and he's exuding female energy. It's very interesting. We have interesting times. Yes. Indeed. All right. So let me read.
It sounds like you're watering down yourself in some ways, though. I don't think so.
Okay. Michael Frank says selective celibacy doesn't work. I wish I understood what that means.
He's saying tell one person you're celibate, but so and so over there hitting it.
But you've never done that, so you've always been celibate.
That's
not the case. Yeah, I think a lot of Brooklyn says, a lot of women say they're celibate as a sales pitch and then be on Plenty of Fish. I can't.
I'm on POF right now. Sorry.
I think he's my hero for the night.
Brooklyn is crazy.
Brooklyn.
Tarbez says, I'm not, but I would wait if she was worth it. That's what I mean. I think you'll find somebody like that.
Definitely.
Renee says, celibacy is possible. My now husband and I were celibate, and we got married 9.5 months after meeting. Still married and fully satisfied. Prosperity Queen says, the men that have failed in the sex department repeatedly are open to celibacy. Okay, hold up. Let me stop right there. Wait, what?
What a day.
The men that have failed in the sex department repeatedly are open to celibacy, or the man that wants security in the good girl. See, that's what I would be afraid of. If somebody was sexually incompetent and knew it and just decided I'm going to take the celibacy route. I would be, you know what? Let me tell you something. That would not work for me. I'm going to tell you right now. Because we're going to be annulled immediately.
Right, and you can get an annulment, but I'd rather not have to.
I don't believe in that. I'm just saying that wouldn't work for me. I would feel like you're tricking me. If you know that you're incompetent in this area, so you're going to sell me on let's just wait till marriage, then we get to the marriage bed, and I realize, oh, you're just very incompetent, or you lack the proper tools to do the job, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a serious...
That would be a problem with me, too.
It's grounds for termination. Sorry. And I feel like, now there are people who do that. I know a person who did that.
That's messed up.
They're still married. I don't know how, but they are. But it's very interesting. Like, there are people who do that. It's like tricking you.
Let me not. Can I say that?
What were you saying?
I was gonna say his head game must be A1.
But that is not
he's
enough.
Keeping her.
But
I don't think it's enough either. But I'm just saying something.
Yeah,
gotta
maybe
be keeping
so.
her.
Well, a lot of times that is the case. Those people are extremely skilled in that area.
Right.
But that is not enough for me. I'm sorry. That ain't gonna work.
I'm just gonna be celibate.
Okay, can I address something that? Where is it? Mike said, if a dude needs you to be weak and timid, being in your feminine energy is actually where you get your strength. This is my personal opinion and experience on it. And as far as you being timid, just being soft-spoken doesn't make you timid. And it's not that he needs you to be. It's just about knowing how to use your feminine energy to get the things you want, as opposed to trying to use your masculine energy. So
yeah, and I don't think it's about weakness at all.
I don't either.
And you just get more bees with honey. So, asking in a sweet way, instead of being all up in their face. I mean, this is masculine energy.
Yes.
Versus just saying, honey, I don't understand this. Or can you explain? Having a conversation versus confrontation. I think a lot of people don't know the difference between conversation and confrontation. Absolutely. And so they come across very angrily, and that is a turnoff. Would you say, John, if a woman came up, I feel like that's a turnoff for a lot of men. A lot of women just it's not been modeled in their homes. Even though, you grew up in a 2-parent household, I grew up in I saw how my mom talked to my dad. My dad was the type of man, you just don't talk to him any kind of way. You're just not going to approach him, and you don't point at him. You don't raise your voice. Like, that was the house I grew up in. Right. So that's what I modeled. So then I know how to speak to him versus we don't ever do that.
Right.
So I think a lot of people it's not been modeled, and they just don't know.
And all they see is love and hip hop, and these women doing all
ratchetness.
this and throwing drinks in. No,
right.
No.
And it's not, it's, I don't know what else we could call it outside of feminine energy. It's like, I don't know. It's like
aggressiveness.
It's very aggressive. It's very defensive and dominating. It's masculine energy just all day, But is that a turn off for you?
Oh, yes.
Like
I like to argue.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Especially if I'm right. And I know I'm right. Yeah. I'm going to argue you down.
Really?
I might let you win. Yeah, you won, but I was right. Mm-hmm.
You like to debate?
I'm a debater.
You're
too.
a Gemini, so that makes sense. Okay.
Oh, you're Gemini?
Gemini, yeah. You never wrote about because you're a Gemini. Geminis are great. Yeah, but that's not.
My best friend is a Gemini.
It's crazy because I have people tell me all the time, you don't have Gemini traits.
Yeah.
Because I'm earlier in the month. I'm like June the 3rd.
Right.
So I have more of the, Taurus before me?
Yeah.
So I have
but
more
you're not on the cusp at all. You're Gemini.
So I'm like real. They're like, you're a Gemini? Like, yeah.
I mean, Gemini's are big on communication, so that makes sense too.
Yeah.
But Gemini is not for no foolishness either. So this foolishness is like, look, I'm not with that. No, I don't know. But yeah, people write you off for other things. All right, so let me read this question. Kyoka says, sometimes being celibate before marriage is good, but after you get married, it doesn't work because you find out you're not sexually compatible. That's a big question mark, right?
We will be discussing that in our premarital counseling because although I'm currently celibate, I know that I would like an explorative lover. So we will, I mean, you're supposed to discuss things like that. Like, are there limitations? Like, are there things you just won't do? Like, for me, I'm probably willing to try anything at least once. And I act, so there'll be a little bit of that going on too. So hopefully he's into that. You know?
You have a British accent now.
On occasion.
Okay. Derek says, since you've been single, how have you been preparing? Answer, Kegels, lots and lots of Kegels. Derek is crazy.
Don't read his stuff.
Okay, I won't read anything else he says. Tonio says, John, run, she's celibate. Michael Frank says, that sounds like watering yourself down in some ways.
No.
Brooklyn says, a man wants a woman with softness. Now, ayo, son, I'm dead ass independent.
Exactly.
And you're from Detroit. Do you think that, because I think where you're from plays into this. Do you think that where you're from plays into, like, is that, like, are women in Detroit a certain way versus Southern women versus New York versus?
I agree. I think it's just most up north and urban women.
Okay.
Just because you have to have that hard front when you're walking through the streets and you don't
Just
know
like
somebody
when
might
we were
try.
walking outside.
Right. I had a little masculine moment.
Yeah, because I was like, let me see, do you need my help? And you were like, no, I'm good. I'm from Detroit.
So yes, absolutely. And I do think most Southern women tend to have a little bit more femininity. My best friend, she's from the South, and I see it in her, and it's crazy because I recognize it so vividly now.
You can see it.
And I've known her for all this time, but I didn't realize what it was, and I think it has to do with that. And that's that feminine energy. Mm-hmm. Somebody asked a question about age range or something, about what age range we're willing to date.
39.
Right.
But who would we date? I would say up to 10 years older than myself.
So 45.
Yeah, but he's got to be about that fit life because I'm in the gym and I need him to keep his stamina up. So there's that.
You are crazy.
As young as maybe, I don't want to say 25, but I mean, if he's a really mature 25-year-old and wants the things that I want, I guess, but probably in his 30s at least.
All right, and your age range?
34 to probably 44, maybe.
You would
45.
go 44?
Yeah.
And that's your sister's age? Mm-hmm. That's okay?
My sister's 4 years older than me. That ain't nothing.
Okay, just checking. All right, I'm trying to read. Derek says, I'm trying to catch up.
You
with
see, Juan, what he said about, he said, so if someone lacks the proper tools in the bedroom, that's grounds for termination. So are you saying it's okay to terminate a female that you find out wears a wig or weave?
What is that? How is that a bedroom tool?
It's not. I mean, unless you want to pull your hair, but I mean,
I'm trying to
if
figure
them
out
weaves are sold in pretty good. So
I'm trying to find out the correlation between what I said and what he just said.
He just want to be controversial.
I'm missing something. Like, what do you have sex with her hair?
No, he just want to pull it.
I'm confused.
She's gonna put them braids in for that, I guess.
All right. Okay, I'm just trying to catch up with what y'all are saying. Sean wants to know, do you have to be orally celibate as well?
I'm currently everything celibate.
Okay.
All the way, 100%.
Yeah, no handies or nothing else. not.
That means
no.
you don't do these things either.
Yeah, I'm not doing them to him, and he's not doing them to me.
It's absolutely nothing.
It's pretty much like
kissing,
like first base stuff. Because
like
I mean,
high school.
I don't want to get him all riled up, and then he like,
kindergarten.
what we gonna do about this? And I'm like, yeah. So
it's.
Yeah, and it's tough, but I'm making it.
I'm sure you've had some close calls.
Yeah. Yeah, I pray my strength.
That's good. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Derek said we need a lemon law for celibate mates who end up being whack.
I agree.
I think so too, because I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm all for doing whatever y'all want to do, but I'm just saying that what if, like, is there a return policy on this? Like, I wait all this time and it's
100%
whack.
guaranteed.
Woo!
Yeah.
I would be mad.
Nah, that's
I'm not even
gonna.
gonna do it, but I'm just saying if I did, I would be mad.
I pray for the spirit of discernment concerning that as well, because yeah, I mean, I'm playing with that.
All right, I'm trying to catch up, but I don't know what y'all saying. All right, so Myra says Geminis are usually very flighty. They like their freedom. Do you like?
Oh yeah, I love my freedom.
You do, even with
I do.
work. You have a perfect job that you can have freedom with.
Yeah, I love my freedom.
So how would that work in a relationship?
I just need my little time, maybe about an hour or two.
What's that?
Like
hour
I don't
for?
need somebody to say, "Hey, where you going? What are you going to do? Where you at?"
Yeah.
That it would drive me crazy.
I need my freedom too.
Right.
Like I totally get that. Like totally. Now, are you a mama's boy?
I'm not.
You're
Everybody
not.
thinks I am, but
You
I'm
sound
not.
like when you were
You
talking
know.
about my mama makes my special stuff and she knows what I like and I go see her every
my mama
holiday.
just- I mean, she's right down the street, so I spend a lot of time with her. And you actually raised her. My sister raised me, so you know, my father. I talk to my father probably like 80 times a day.
80 times?
About 80 times a day.
So you talk to your dad more.
Right. My mom and I will have like a 3 to 5 minute conversation. My dad and I will be on the phone watching TV together because he's
Really?
retired. I'm like, yeah, turn to such and such. You see this? Yeah, blah, blah. We'll be on the phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you spend more time with your dad.
With
then.
my dad, yeah.
But people ask you all the time if you're a mama's boy.
Right.
I
And
like mama's boys.
they think,
You know how
you're
to
a
treat
mama's boy.
women.
I'm like, no, I'm really not.
You're not?
Yeah.
But like when you go to your
But-
mom's house, are there like, does she have things for you to do? Like, I was waiting, John, when you get here, can you put this up for me? Can
Other
you-
than messing with that damn computer.
Like, she has you doing all the
Right.
computer things.
But, you know, my stepfather's there,
He
so he
does,
does everything. You know, now, I might, like, she needs tires. I might take a car and go get tires and come back. Oh, I got your tires or whatever.
I mean, I think mama's
Yeah.
boys have great qualities. I don't think that's negative, but that's
Yeah.
why I was asking. But you're not. All right.
I like to do for my mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet. Yeah. I think, yeah, so like little boys, like, you know, little boys, when you have, I have a son, when you have a little boy and they just go pick flowers and bring them to you, it's just such a sweet thing. And they just
It is.
they keep that saying, oh, this is for my mama. I'm going to do this. You know, they just keep that
Yeah.
even as they grow. And I think that's sweet. I think it's an endearing quality. I don't think it's negative.
I'm gonna answer these questions real quick. It's been some years as far as how long is the celibacy. I'm not gonna say how many, but it's been a lot of years.
Why don't you share? You don't like to share that?
Like strictly like celibate, like no man has given me an orgasm by any means. 4 years. So for that, but we're not gonna get into the details.
Okay.
The reason I'm celibate is partially for spiritual reasons, but more so personally because I want to be able to give my entire self to someone. And if I'm not married, I don't feel like I personally would feel secure enough to do that. And for me, it's going to be a spiritual experience. So I need that person to be there for the rest of my life, hopefully.
That's so sweet.
And I feel like I might have a hot sex drive too. So
But you don't know.
I feel like I
You
would.
feel like you might.
Because when I'm by myself, okay, that's a different.
Okay, so that's a story. You said I feel like I might have.
I feel
a
like I
hot sex drive.
might. Okay, I think that's it.
That was your only question.
I think so.
Brooklyn says she's so celibate, all you can do is sniff her earlobe.
Don't do that though, because that's ooh.
Y'all are crazy.
That's one of them things.
Right.
Okay.
See,
Ashley says your nap time is why you're single.
who's in nap time?
John.
Oh,
John
yeah,
takes
I
naps
got
every
naps.
day.
I have to.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're a Mason too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm trying to read. Ashley Yarbrough says Amayu is ready.
I am.
No, Tarvez, I wasn't saying he's a mama's boy just because he likes his mama's cooking. He goes to his mom. Like, John goes to visit his mom. Every time I talk to him, he's like, I'm going to visit my mom. So I was just asking, was he a mama's boy? It's a multiple reasons of why I asked. Not just because he likes his mom's cooking, because most people like their mom's cooking. But it's because he visits her often. Like, and he'll be gone for he might be gone for the whole week in Columbus, just chilling with his mama. That's why I asked, not because of that. You just like spending time there.
Yeah, and I get free food. A lot of times I'm down there for work too.
Oh, okay, so you
'cause
just-
I have accounts
Wait, so
down there.
where's down there?
Columbus.
An hour
Oh, so
south
it's
of the airport.
still in Georgia. Yeah.
An hour, yeah. Legally, an hour and 20 minutes, but
Oh,
I
so you
get
be
there pretty
speeding.
fast.
Okay,
yeah.
that's what's happening.
All right. So anyway, so holidays. So okay. So let me ask you. I'm just gonna throw out some scenarios. So let's say your new boo's coming in 2018.
Yes, he might already be here.
He might already be here. We don't know. All right. So let's say you meet your new boo in September. of 2018. Okay.
Okay.
And he wants to invite you to his family for the holidays. His family lives in Chicago. He wants you to fly to Chicago to meet his family and spend time with them. How would you feel about that?
I'm trying to see how many months that would be.
3.
Yeah, I probably would do that because I feel like I would know like where this is going. So yeah, I would go.
He's like, I'm serious. I think you might be the one. I want you to meet. I want to see what my family thinks. You know, I want you to meet my family. You be willing to go?
Yeah, I would be willing to go.
Okay. What about him coming home to meet your family in 3 months?
Same. Because I would, like I said, I would feel like I would know. Like,
So,
I don't think it takes that long.
when you said it at first, it made it sound like you said, like, I have to know. Like, it sounded like it needed to be longer time.
No, I don't think it just, yeah, I just would have to know. And, like, to be honest, no shade to any exes. I've never felt that way. I've never felt like, oh, I want this person to meet my mom or my dad.
Oh, I see.
So.
Gotcha. Yeah, my family lives here, so if we date, if you've been my man, you've met my family because my family's here. So you're going to like holidays, or they're gonna come over. Like you can't. It's impossible to date me and not meet my family because they popping up all the time. My mama has a key. My dad comes over whenever I call. So you gotta meet everybody, you know. So it's like for me, it's not that I've never felt that way. Like.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just being protective of them. Cause like I've had cause I have 4 siblings.
Okay,
and I'm
You're the baby.
No, I'm in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the middle
You come
child.
across like a baby.
What do you mean?
I mean, like I'm the baby. Like you seem like the baby, but you're not. Okay.
Well, I was the baby for almost 10 years.
Okay.
And then my parents had twins.
Oh,
so I was gonna
wow.
ride that baby thing out. That
Yeah.
didn't work. But shoot, what was I saying?
And so you're protective of your
Oh
family.
yeah, because like I said, I have 4 siblings, so some of them have brought people home, and they have not stayed around, and I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. So that's where
learned
the
from them.
protectiveness comes from. So.
Okay, all right, John. So in 3 months, would that be enough time for you to go visit her family? for the
Oh
holidays?
yeah, definitely. Because hopefully our parents know about each other in 3 months.
You don't think so, man?
You know, as much as I talk to my mom and my father,
They would know.
They
about
would
it.
know.
Okay.
They would
so
know.
you start talking about them when they're serious.
Right.
Like, I met this girl, and I think
Right.
she might be the one. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's a good conversation. So when you tell your mom about somebody, is she asking a lot of questions? Your dad's asking.
you
which
know,
one?
my mom asks questions. My dad really doesn't say anything. My mom asks questions. I'll be like, yeah, she might ask me. I'll be like, yeah, whatever, mind your business. I got you. And my parents are very comical.
Okay.
And you can see where I get my sense of humor from. So they're very comical. So we laugh and play. And, you know, when we need to be serious, we serious, you know. But definitely, 3 months is a good,
enough time.
it's enough time to
The
really
rule
know if
freeze.
you can deal with somebody and really, you know, especially you talking to your parents, you told them about 60 million times by that time.
At that point.
Yep.
Are you into exchanging gifts for the holidays?
You know, I've just started doing it again. The last couple of years, I just give them money, whatever. But I've actually gone out and got gifts this year.
I'm not talking about your parents. I'm talking about somebody you might be dating.
Dating, yeah. But you know, it's hard for me because what do you want? I don't know. Just get something.
That's what you would say when they
Right.
ask you what you want. Okay. Are you into exchanging gifts?
As long as I have the means, yeah, I'm okay with it. But because I'll keep it real. But my love language, my top 2, they're actually tied exactly, is quality time and physical touch. Gifts is like 4 or 5 on the list for me. So gifts don't mean as much to me as having an experience with someone or spending time with them. But I mean, every girl likes shiny things, so yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like to give gifts. I'm particular about receiving because I know I'm particular. So I'm like, because I know I'm particular, I don't want to not like it and I don't want to offend you. So just don't give me anything. But you know, I'm really like that. It's so funny, but I like to give them. That's very interesting. Yeah, I think. Would you? Let me ask you instead of me saying it. Would you create new holiday traditions? You're thinking your new families that you're gonna have, or would you continue? Like, would you bring your wife to your mom's house, or would you
I want to have my own.
have
you know.
your own family function?
Right. Especially if we're married. Definitely. Parents come over. We go over there.
So you have them come visit you.
Right.
Okay. Would you do that as well, or would you continue going?
I would like to keep some of my family's traditions, but I would definitely be open to, because I want to merge our family together and like have our own thing. So it would probably be like a mixture of things that I'm used to doing and then new things. Because like you said, he might do brunch instead of like a whole family dinner. Yeah. Because even though that's a Christmas dinner, we'll still have it at like noon. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we eating that. Yeah.
But it's like Thanksgiving though. I'm so intrigued. Yeah. Y'all have like a
and then you take a nap afterwards because you got the itis. So
Do y'all have a Christmas dinner like that too?
What's that?
The Christmas
brunch?
dinner?
It's dinner, but you eat it early because it's Christmas.
Well, it changes every year. I might not eat till 6. I might eat at 2.
Is it like changes. Thanksgiving food? Mm-hmm. Because I might be the only family
We even might
that
throw
doesn't
some
do
ribs
that.
in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Am I the only family who doesn't have Christmas dinner? Hey, y'all, comment. What do y'all do for Christmas? Because I feel like I'm the only person who doesn't do that. It's so interesting. No, for me, I
gotta answer Derek's question when you get a second.
Girl, I can't keep up with Derek, and then he always saying something off the wall.
Well, this one wasn't
Sometimes
that bad.
I start reading his comment. I'm like, oh boy, I shouldn't have started reading this.
And it messed your whole
right.
persona
I'm
up.
like, what in the world did he just?
He said, doesn't make you use any of her acting skills in relationships and dating. It depends on what's. I already told you, I like to throw the British
You like
accent
role
on.
play.
I'm probably gonna be into that.
You wear like different wigs and outfits, and
I would love to do that. I would love to dress up. I do Dragon Con, so I like to, dress up already.
I did see you at I saw your Dragon Con outfit. You were
so
like
much
Princess
fun.
Leia or something?
Yes, I did a Princess Leia this year. But no, I'm not going to be fake crying and deceiving. I'm not up for deceit, Derek. That's it. I think that's it.
Role playing is fun. I think a lot of people should incorporate that in relationships. It's just fun. Like,
I think so too.
Create a scenario and play it out. Yeah, it just keeps the spark.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you should be willing to try new things, and I think it would be cool, like as you guys join, create your new relationships, to create your own family traditions.
I was looking too.
What are we talking about?
Somebody said you hung mistletoe up above the studio door.
It was Derek who wrote it, so we should have known not to pay attention.
Derek is a
Sorry, we're
complete
distracted.
clown. Like, he really is. But he doesn't think he's funny, but he really is.
He might just be online funny, no shade. But has he ever come to
Yeah, he's been on my show many times.
I need to
and
find
he's
one that he
hilarious
was
in person, too.
Oh, okay.
He's just a hilarious
That's
person.
what's up.
But he's really, really smart, too. So it's, like, funny because I don't know. That's what the thing is. I don't know if he's being serious or it's a joke.
Right.
Because he's, like, highly intelligent, And so I'm like, are you being funny?
Probably a little of both.
It is a little of both. I don't see the comment you're talking about. Maybe you can read it.
About the mistletoe?
No, you said read his comment.
Oh, wait, I don't know.
Anyway, all right, so creating your own traditions. Like, I saw somebody who does, like, a scavenger hunt for Christmas. Like, all the gifts are hidden throughout the house. And they give you, like, a little sheet, and they'll say, look under this couch, and you find this gift, and they don't have this person. So then they come together, and everybody has the gift, and you say, I found Bob's gift, I found Tony's gift, and then you give it out like that. So,
that's cute.
Yeah, I thought that was cute to do. That would be fun to do. So, in my family, like I said, we come to my house, we have brunch, and then we go to a movie. Like, that's what we do for Christmas.
We've done that too.
Yeah, it's fun. We just all go to the movies for Christmas, and that's what we do. I think we're going to Callaway Gardens this weekend.
Okay.
So we do like a little family trip and that. So that's what we're going to do, start incorporating like family trips, because our kids are like, they don't need a bunch of stuff. They're not little bitty kids anymore. So they don't need stuff. They don't need Santa Claus. So we could just do more family things, experiences together, Right. I think that's good. So it'll be cool, like, to create your own traditions. But you need ideas. That's why I think you should start going to people's houses and seeing what they do for the holidays and get some ideas so you can plan your holiday traditions.
Oh, and someone said Christmas movie is a must. And yes, that is a must. And we watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That's what you watch?
That is, yes, we have to watch that. It's hilarious.
I just saw that the other day. It's so funny.
It's the best.
Christmas Eve, my mom likes to watch The Preacher's Wife. So, wait,
Whitney.
One time she was making something, and what do you make with buttermilk? I don't know what she
Biscuits?
Maybe, and I just poured me a glass of it. Have you ever drank that stuff? Buttermilk is disgusting. Like I was like literally my head under the sink, like trying to wash this out of my mouth. It was so disgusting. Don't ever drink buttermilk.
Yeah, my face just, I
It's
can't.
like
it's thick, right?
It's spoiled. It's like, it's disgusting. I can't even describe it. It's like molded milk. It's just so disgusting. I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking about this when we were watching The Preacher's Wife.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie, by the way.
It is. Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie.
That's what you watch.
I love it.
Yeah, him. Anyway.
Alan Rickman, Bruce Willis. That is a Die Hard movie.
Eggnog, yes.
Wait, what did they say?
They said eggnog.
That's what they make?
Oh, they said, what do y'all have planned? I'm going to be with my family. I don't know if she's talking to us or the people typing, but.
Yeah. Tashira says, I watched Friday After Next and Grinch Stole Christmas after that.
Best Christmas movie equals Die Hard. That's what Derek said.
Yeah, buttermilk is disgusting. No, I really do not, Ashley. Thank you.
She has admitted to that.
Many times. I don't even say anything about it. But anyway, so you guys, any last thoughts you want to share about?
Oh, dang, it's already time.
Well, no, I mean, what do you want to share about the holidays and being single? Like I said, I know a lot of people are sad during this holiday season. It doesn't sound like you guys are, but a lot of people feel like, it's the holidays. It's, I don't have anyone. I'm by myself. And, I guess, like, let's say in your house last year when you didn't decorate, it could be easy to sit there and be moping.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody here. And, I mean, like, does it ever weigh on you? Do you ever think about that? And it's just like...
I have in the past, but like I said, as long as I go around some kids, I'm usually good. So if you can find some kids to go around, that always helps. But actually, someone in a group that I'm in posted about going to the bar on Christmas Eve. I don't even know how many bars are open, but apparently that's when all the single people are out. So maybe get into that.
Yeah.
Don't drink too much though, but yeah.
Whenever I'm feeling like that in the holiday season, I do like charity, like giving. Whenever I give to people who are less fortunate, I mean, that's really like the true meaning of Christmas, right? So, in our singles group, we collected almost $500, and last weekend we gave toys and clothes and skates and watches and everything to this family of 4 kids. And that's really what the holiday season's about. That's what Christmas is about. Mm-hmm. And I remember one holiday, I mean, I've done this every holiday. I find something to do. Even before the singles group, I would find something to do as a charity. And every time I do that, it makes me feel better. So no matter what's going on in your life, there are always people who are doing a lot worse and would be blessed by whatever you have. So that always makes me feel better. But what are some other things you can do when you're single and you kind of by yourself for the holidays? She mentioned going to a bar. I talked about charity.
A lot of times I'll just hang out with my friends. If they have children, I'll hang out with them. I'm always like Uncle John, part of the family. So that's pretty much what I do.
Yeah, I remember when I was little, my uncle, his name was Snacks, what we called him. But he
Uncle
would come,
Snacks.
Yeah, he would come, just no S, just Snack. But he would come over and help my mom help my dad put up my toys. That's how I found out there was no Santa. Actually, I was 12 years old. I know I waited for a long time.
Oh wow!
I was believing for a long time.
On.
Yeah. And I went to the living room, and I saw my dad and my uncle coming up the driveway with Toys R Us bags. And I looked through the Toys R Us bag, and I saw my toys, and I was like, oh, no. So I went upstairs, and I confronted my mom. I was like, you told me there was Santa Claus. And then she said, Santa just gave us the money this year because he couldn't get around. I was like, you know what? You were better off if you had just came clean. But to tell me Santa gave y'all the money. So anyway, that's how I found out.
Right.
But so a lot of times the uncle is the one who comes over and helps put up the toys, put the bike together and stuff like that. Do you do things like that?
Oh, yeah.
Your friends' kids? That's always fun.
Someone posted about having lost a loved one during the holidays. And unfortunately, that's a lot of people's situations.
Yeah.
And I would say to definitely do some charity work, just because, like you said, I mean, even though you've lost this loved one and you're having these memories and you don't smell that particular item cooking that person used to make, definitely like do some charity work. That's what I would do, especially if I needed a pick-me-up. Definitely do some charity work for anyone that's in that situation.
Yeah. And, this is a sad time when you lose family members. Anytime you lose a family member is sad, but the holidays is when you think about that family member.
Mm-hmm.
often, and that's for anybody. You don't have to be single to to feel like that. I think that's for anybody. But yeah, also, you know, doing things that person would like, and you know, I like to do like if I know that this particular person like this kind of food or like to go this kind of place, I would do that in memory of that person. You know, I'm gonna live it up because I know my auntie would like it. You know, whatever it is that I'm thinking about that person, I would do that during the holidays too. And it's also a good time to read, catch up on your reading if you're on break, if you're on vacation. Catch up on, you know, a good book. Take yourself to a spa, treat yourself, like all the little things you haven't done, maybe all year. Do that. So let me ask you: do you treat yourself for the holidays? What do you get yourself something for the holidays?
Oh yeah.
What do you get yourself? What you buy yourself this year?
What did I buy myself this year? I bought something. Bought the little train.
Yeah.
That was part. Bought me. I sound techie. A disc enclosure where I can put all my discs in and have a whole bunch of storage on my computer.
Okay. You are
Definitely
techie.
I am. I want to store all my movies because I'm trying to get rid of cable so bad. But,
yeah, we have Fire. No,
I have Fire Stick. I have all that
Stick,
stuff.
yeah,
And
and Hulu
still
and-
have cable.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna buy me something. Actually, I kind of did, but I don't want to say what it is.
Oh, you don't want to share that?
Yeah, I don't
okay.
want to share it.
Do you buy yourself
As of
something?
yet.
Not really. Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think. I'm like, have I ever bought myself something?
I buy
I
myself
really
stuff
want
all
it.
the time.
Right. So it don't. So by the time Christmas is here, I'm pretty much good.
Yeah,
So
like-
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely buy myself stuff. I mean, because I feel like, I mean, you only have one you, right? And then
Right.
also, especially if it's something I know I don't think anybody else is gonna get for me, and I really want it, I'll buy it for myself just to make sure I have
Bought me
it.
something.
What?
I bought me a Google Home last week.
Oh, when you can talk to and tell
Right,
it.
talk to and everything. And
Google Home, call mother.
yeah, call
Yeah.
mom. Hey, play this.
That's
Hey,
funny.
shut up.
Have
I
you
tell her
already
shut up all the time.
You haven't plugged in and
It's
ready
plugged in and everything. Yeah,
No.
I did buy that, but I bought something else.
that you don't want to share.
Not yet.
Gotcha.
There's a question for
future.
John.
Okay, what's the question?
John, do you like getting your ears rubbed?
What?
Who asked that question?
I'm not gonna talk about
got
my
nice
ears. I'm like Martin on Martin. Not the ears. Yeah, my ears. I love my ears.
Skip Michael. So,
What in the world are you
Don't.
talking about here?
Yeah, I don't know what they got going
Michael
on.
Frank says POF is it's a Dollar Tree of dating apps.
It really
oh yeah.
is.
So okay. So
really
somebody did
is.
talk
It's
about POF.
entertainment.
I'm on POF. So yeah, first of all, it's free, so that's why most people are on it. And you do kind of have to sift through folks, but I mean that's
people are in
with any app.
jail on there.
Are they?
Yes.
I've gotten a couple of, and I was like, wow, his pictures look the same. I'm like, what's up with that outfit? Yeah, he's in jail. So so you block him and you keep it moving, you know. Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Well, I've
It is.
heard,
It's entertaining.
you know, from the female side, one of my friends, she opened a POF account, and the next day she had over 99
Yeah.
inboxes.
The very next day.
The very next
pretty
day,
quick.
over, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
Especially if she's cute. Yeah.
And she has few pics. That's the key.
Full
right?
body. You gotta have a full body. Once
And a
you-
nice body.
Yeah,
but if
that
you
helps.
do, then you'll probably get a lot of. Of course, you know I have my own dating site, middleclassmatch.com. And it's not
FYI.
free, and it's $10. And I think that helps to sift some the riffraff off because a lot of them don't want to spend any money or can't afford.
Or-
If you can't afford $10 a month, we're not interested, right?
Right.
So
But that's another subject.
that's a whole nother.
A
subject.
whole nother subject.
All right, Michael Allen says he attends Christmas parties.
Somebody said they throw a brunch for all their single or divorced or people that aren't with anyone. They throw a brunch for them, and that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that is fun. I mean, there are so many things to do in it. You know what I mean? You can create your own things to do. And if all your friends are in the same boat, why not get together? You know, have an ugly sweater party or
I would do that.
bake cookies and
Yeah.
have a cookie exchange. You know, I like stuff like that. And I think that would be fun to do. And especially if you have kids, y'all all have kids, you can come together and wrap each other's kids' presents, you know. That's a lot of things. When you have kids, it's open. I know y'all don't have kids, but when you have kids, it opens a whole other world of things to do. Because your kids are always like so excited. Like
Yeah.
seeing lights. Do you guys go see the lights?
No, but I put up lights in my house.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Like you could go see I know about Life University in Marietta. It's beautiful riding through there, seeing all the Christmas
Life
lights.
University?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have to look that up. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, it's
But that
really
would
nice.
be fun.
That's
I would go
the
light watching
area.
with someone.
Yeah, and
What's up,
Does the
Warren?
Botanical Gardens have something too?
Botanical Gardens is beautiful with lights.
With some hot
Also,
chocolate. Mm-hmm.
hot
See,
chocolate.
that's the type of stuff that you
You
wanna
do in a
take
couple.
mate with a couple,
Yeah. And the Stone Mountain has snow mountains.
Right.
They create
Well,
snow.
We had Snow Mountain a couple
We
years
had
ago.
real snow, but they create snow that you can like do like the snow sledding and stuff like
Right.
that. It's really fun. And then Callaway Gardens has the festival
Yeah.
of lights as well. So there's so many, and even like some neighborhoods, like the whole neighborhood is lit up. You could just ride around through the neighborhoods. That's always something fun to do. But yeah, I know it's like something you want to do on a date.
Right.
That would make a great date.
I
It
think
would.
so too, because you get to talk and get
And
to
it's
know each
cozy.
other.
And girls love it, right? That's always something
Right.
girls would love to do. Hey, tip, if you are dating during the holidays, you want to take your girl to see the lights. We like the lights.
Lights.
Unless her love language is gifts, then go ahead and buy her something and go
Do
see the
both,
lights.
do both. Both is fine. Like, don't just do the lights and that. Like, that was your Christmas present. Riding around with me. But no, that's always fun to do. But anyway, yeah. So there's so many things to do for the holidays. So you shouldn't be sad. And if you are, call a friend. So depression is real during this time too, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to trivialize that, because if you do feel that you're going into a deep depression, you definitely want to call and get some help from a mental health practitioner, because people do seep into depression, especially with loss of loved ones, or
Right.
if your husband or wife just passed and it's the first holiday without them. I mean, all kinds of things can happen to make you feel sad during this time. So definitely, I think you want to get the help that you need during this time.
Definitely.
And I don't ever want to trivialize that, because I suffer from depression too, and I've gone in and out. Anything could trigger it. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be a death. It could just be anything. Anything
Right.
could trigger it, and you just find yourself like in a funk, just like I can't get out of it. Then you definitely need to, definitely get some help, and don't take it lightly.
It
Because
said Six Flags is nice, actually, and I actually have a membership, so that would be free for me.
they have it's lit up for the holidays. I didn't
Yeah,
know
they
that.
have some
Yeah,
like
they
Holiday
just-
in the
yeah,
Park.
Holiday in
I've
the
never
Park.
been,
I
even though I
live by
have a
Six Flags, and I've never been for the holidays. I didn't know that. Yeah, so there are lots of things to do. I mean, especially in Atlanta, there's always something to do. Check out for the holidays or whatever.
We have a question.
What's the other
It's
question?
from Derek, though. Okay.
Proofread
Here we
it.
go.
Right. If a guy who was interested in you gave you a gift for Christmas, would you feel obligated to go on a date with him, or would you decline and break his heart while keeping that bomb gift? I don't know if I would even accept a gift from someone that I haven't even gone on a
So
date with.
you haven't dated him. He's just like, here you are. I have a gift for you. He's saying, would you accept the gift? Would you go on a date with him?
Me being how I am and being upfront and honest, if I wasn't interested in him like that, I would say, you're a great guy, but I'm not necessarily feeling the chemistry, and I don't necessarily want to go on a date with you.
Yeah.
Would you like to keep your gift?
I think there's nothing
If he
wrong
says
with
no,
a
I'm
date.
good.
I mean, you're talking about an hour max of
Oh,
your
I probably
time.
would go on a date with him though.
Yeah,
Wait.
so I'm going on the date, and I would probably keep the gift.
Yeah, I would go on the date anyway. I'm
mean,
sorry, I
what's the-
halfway missed that
What's
part.
the
Yeah.
problem? What's the harm? I mean, it's like he already bought it.
Yeah, I would go on a
It's
date.
the thought.
Yeah, I would go on a
Keep it.
date with
He
him.
already bought it. I'm gonna keep it, right? And it's just an hour of my time to sit with you. Okay, I can do that and eat too. I can do
Right.
that.
Cause I love food.
And then you just let them know, like on the date, like, you know what?
I probably would go on a second date, to be honest. Just because, like I said, I like to try and go a
mean-
couple, just to see, how I'm vibing with
No.
them,
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Some people really don't go. To me, I see nothing wrong with just going on the date. Unless it's
I
just
know.
somebody you. I can't even think of a reason why I can't sit down with you for an hour.
Right.
I can't really think of a reason why I can't do that. So I would probably just go on the date. What about you, John? A woman gives you a present, and she asks you, can we go out? And I brought this for you.
Okay, let's go.
Would you keep the gift too?
Yeah. It's
And you would go on the date?
yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, me too. I don't see
It's
anything
nothing
wrong
being
with that.
nice, being friendly.
Hey,
Yeah.
I didn't ask for the date. I didn't ask for the
Right.
gift. You decided to give it to me. I'm
Right.
keeping it.
Hey.
Especially if it's good.
Right.
Like, if it's like a nice bottle of perfume or,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it.
I'm gonna wear this tonight on my
Right.
next date.
see? I'm not dating exclusively yet, so.
Yeah, so like, what in this instance that he just gave, what would be a good gift like that would make you go, okay, I'll take it, I'll go. Not too expensive.
I'm not good at gift
cologne,
giving.
maybe a bottle of wine, something like that. Even like a Christmas card. It's just something simple.
What about you?
I would love a gift card because those always fit. Other than that, I mean, unless, like, if he kind of knew me and was my friend and then wanted to go on the date, like, and he knew things about me, like that I like Starbucks, or that maybe he bought me, like, a gift certificate to, like, some acting classes or improv classes or something like that. If he knew me.
Or just, like, what if it's just something small, like.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I would take it. I'm not going to lie.
My mom kind of spoiled me when it comes to gifts as far as knowing what to get, because I'll just ask her what she wants. I don't do surprises. Don't be like, oh, you should know me. You know what I like. Don't do that. If I ask you what you want, just tell me what you want so I can get it and we can both be happy.
Right.
That's how I am.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You said you're not getting no bracelets.
No.
Yeah, you're not getting no bracelets.
You don't like buying jewelry?
Things, don't.
You see, I don't wear a lot of jewelry. But no, we have to be in a relationship for you to get some jewelry.
What's with this hot dog casserole? I'm not making. First of all, that's nasty.
So Derek said that he went to somebody's
like
house
that idea.
and the woman put hot dogs in the macaroni and cheese.
Why would you do that?
I don't know why you would
They give it flavor.
Why would you ruin macaroni and cheese with hot dogs?
That's some. I'm not gonna say that. That's not some black stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. That ain't.
No, but I went to somebody's house and they had meat in. Let me get this right. They had meat in the cornbread, and they had meat in. It was something else random.
That's another thing. I don't eat cornbread.
You don't eat cornbread?
I don't eat cornbread.
I couldn't eat anything. I'm vegetarian. Typically, when I go to your house, I can eat macaroni and cheese. Right. I can eat some cornbread. In the South, most people put meat in their vegetables, so I can't really eat the vegetables. But they had meat in the most benign things. Like they had meat,
sweet potato pie.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
Meat in the bread that I was just like, because it was like crackling bread, so it was pork. It was like a pork-based bread. I was like,
that sounds horrible.
It was. I don't know, because once I said, okay, does this have meat? Because it had meat in everything. I was just like, okay, never mind.
You don't eat cornbread.
Yuck.
Bruh.
Right, I couldn't. Nothing was safe. There was
seafood mac and cheese. I've heard about that. Seafood mac and cheese and like a bacon mac and cheese sounded pretty good too.
Yeah, they had bacon in the mac and cheese. There was literally meat in every item, so I couldn't eat anything.
Right.
It was just crazy.
Horrible. Did they not know you were coming?
Potato chips, because in the South, I guess I'm still in the minority, right? Being vegetarian, so. This was a long time ago, so definitely I was in the minority then. So they just had not even met anybody who was vegetarian. It was like, well, are you Muslim? Like, people would ask me these crazy questions. I was like, I'm vegetarian. Are you Muslim? No, I don't eat any meat, not just pork. And it's like,
I had to have
lobster mac and cheese. That sounds good. Who makes that? Let me know where we can get that, please. Just tag me in that.
So are you like into do you go do you cook, or are you into going to restaurants? Like, what do you do typically when you're not
for
at
Thanksgiving?
Your homes?
I mean for
eating.
Oh, in general, usually I'm doing some type of meal prep because I'm trying to drop a few pounds.
You don't have any pounds to drop.
I do. I hide them very well. But yeah, I can cook. But for like the holidays, I prefer my mom's cooking.
We all and most
of her stuff I probably could cook if I wanted to. Yeah, right, you just show up and like the house smells good, like smells like carrot cake or stuffing or dressing or whatever.
Can you cook like your mom?
I probably can, but I'm not that motivated.
Yeah, I can't cook like my mom. I wish I could. Like, I wish I could just get it through osmosis, because she throws down.
Yeah, I think my mom cooks pretty good, but I'm also open to Googling recipes and trying those. So if it's something that I have never cooked before, I'll just Google the recipe. Or if it's like mom's recipe, I'm be like, hey, let me get your mama's number so I can get the recipe.
And most moms would like to do, because I want you to cook for my son the way I do it. Yeah, most moms would like that.
Unless she don't like you, then then good luck.
Right, but your mom would be open to sharing her recipe.
Oh yeah. I mean, when the stuff that she cooks that I don't eat, I know how to cook it because I've watched her cook it.
Oh, you know how to cook it?
And I sit in there with her while she cooks, and we talk and we chat. But a lot of times, I like to go out and eat. At home, I'll cook if I don't want to go out and eat.
Oh, okay. But you cook.
But I can cook. I can definitely cook. But I've learned a lot from watching her.
Yeah, yeah. I think everybody should just know how to make spaghetti at a minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my go-to meal. I can make spaghetti. I can make it with
Meatless
turkey.
You can't eat everybody's spaghetti.
I can make. Well, I'm not gonna put nothing crazy in it. I can make like with ground turkey, and I can make it veggie, ground veggie. So I can make I make 2 pans of veggie for my household. 2 pans of spaghetti for my household, and that's my go-to meal. That's what I can do with a salad, some bread. We good. So I think everybody should at a minimum have their one
That's
little.
easy.
One thing
I
they can
don't care.
cook.
If
My
you
thing
think
is
it's
lasagna.
Easy, it's something.
Right. No, I'm just saying I'm just saying like it's not that difficult. If someone like women that say they can't cook, I'm like, that's like saying you can't read and follow
Right.
instructions.
You can.
You can use a cookbook.
Everybody can, but they might not want to.
They just don't want to. Yeah, like
And
I'm
my
not a
mother
fan,
my
but
mother
I'll
is
do it.
passionate about like cooking is what she does when she's stressed. If she's stressed, she's going in the kitchen and that relaxes her. Like that's her thing. It's just
Yeah.
not my thing like that. I do it because I have to, or it's got to be a reason. Like I don't know.
I gotta dress something really quick. Derek, I do not own Spanx. I just know how to dress my body. That's all. Because I said I hide my pounds very well. I just know how to dress. I mean, it's really easy. Don't wear super tight stuff when you know you got a little gut
You
situation
don't have
going
good.
on.
You had on a Princess Leia costume that was just a bra
But
and that's it. So I know you don't
And a
have.
sheet.
Yeah, really.
Not true. I don't know anything about that.
Ma'am. I posted the picture.
But I have like really high standards, and then for acting, I have to be a little bit smaller. So that's why I do have really super strict standards for
You
myself.
just think that you have a lot of weight to lose. But
Just
you're
like
really-
15 pounds
Okay.
more, and I'll be good.
And do you typically date men who also work out a lot too?
Yes. Actually, not really, but as long as I'm attracted, like you don't have to be in the gym 5 days a week. 3 will do. But
Not 5, but 3.
you ain't gotta be there 5 with me, but and I think it's more so the lifestyle because when we get married, you know how people get when they get in a relationship and they be like, oh, where these pounds come from? Like, if he and I have like if we both have that motivation that can help to ward off the pounds, and then when we start creating our family, I want someone that's gonna like be like, okay, babe, like let's go to the gym, not just be like, want some more cake, because I love cake. So I think it's more so the lifestyle thing.
Or the gyms are open during the holidays.
Yeah, 8 to 12.
So you
just
can
found
go
that out.
8 to 12 noon or. Oh, so you have to
That's
go in
the
morning.
hours at the one near where I work at.
So you just go every morning and work out.
Not every morning, like 3 to 5 days a week, just depending on the week.
What about you, John?
What?
He said what, like? Do you
Work out or
Yeah.
go to the gym?
Yeah, do you
work
what do you
out
do?
either way?
Oh, I go to the gym. I work out.
Yeah, I have a membership that I haven't used in 2 years, but
We're gonna get back in there.
right, I
2018.
need to get back in there.
It's too easy.
It's easy.
You said it's what I found out is you have to have a routine, and that's the problem when I go to the gym. Like from the military, I'm used to working out in the morning.
Oh yeah, like 5
versus-
o'clock in the morning.
Like 5 o'clock in the morning. It's sometimes even like 4:45. If I stay on that routine, I'm fine. But say for instance, I've got something to do for work, or I have to go out of town.
Takes you off your routine.
Takes me off the routine. Messes
Yeah.
me up completely.
Well, the people do you date in the gym? Because like there are a lot of single people in the gym.
I try
No,
to.
it's just it seems desperate to me.
To date in the gym?
Yeah,
Because I
like,
would think of
let
it
me
would be
holler
a
at her
prime
over
dating
there,
spot.
like-
Okay, let's
How
talk
does this
about
work?
this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Okay. Some people don't want to be bothered while they're at the gym.
Right.
This is how you know. If she has her headphones in and you come and you say something to her and she doesn't take them out, keep it moving. But if she takes them out, then that means it's okay. Also, don't talk to us while we're doing squats, deadlifts, or good mornings. Don't do that.
What are
It's
good
creepy.
To the mornings, I was about to
It-
say.
I can't demonstrate
You
it,
can
but
demonstrate
but
it.
you
I might have
you
to Google
okay,
it.
hold on. So you have to
But
wait
come
on you.
Come towards me,
by the
towards
bench.
the light, to the
Right
light.
there. No, get behind John.
Okay, right.
Right
So you
there.
have to wait on you
Uh-huh.
when you bend over.
And that's good
That's a
morning.
good morning.
Oh, that's
Why is it called good morning?
I don't know. But Sabrina doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, because you're popping up like good morning. Boom.
Oh, I'm like, what in the world?
So yeah, just not while we're doing any of those
Anything
things.
that's bending over that
Yeah.
sounds kind of
Yeah.
creepy.
Because I was in the middle of, I was doing deadlifts, and this guy was like, and I was just like, okay, great. Like, don't, exactly.
That would turn me off,
But any
too.
other time, yeah. So if they take the headphones out, that's a go.
Because some girls be in their full face made up
Yeah.
and working out. And I'm like, okay, she came to catch. She came
Well,
to
catch
get,
them, honey.
She
she
ain't
came
trying
to
to get
get
no
somebody's
sweat.
number before she walks out this gym. Some people really, they look like that. Maybe that's just her thing. I don't know. But this is what I thought was like she was trying to catch. It seemed
Also-
like it would be a great dating spot because there's so many singles there.
You got to put that vibe out, though. And sometimes you don't necessarily put it, especially when you have your Lil Jon headphone in your headphones. You better kind of be like looking hard, and so it's kind of hard.
Does everybody listen to that kind of music?
I do.
I do.
Everybody I talk to
You have
listen to that
just-
like
you have to get.
grimy, like
You can't be up
Yeah.
here listening to R&B.
can't
Right.
listen to Beyonce. That's what I
No.
listen
Well,
to.
you can listen to some Beyonce,
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
you
You
know,
pushing the weights.
just the good one. You ain't gonna be talking about Halo while you, yeah.
it makes you
it's
get in
not.
there and grind it
Yes.
out. Okay, I understand. Maybe that's what I was doing wrong. I was
Is
just
my
doing it wrong.
bell annoying y'all? Can y'all even
No.
hear it? There's a little
You have a
bell.
bell? I didn't hear it.
I didn't
I
either.
don't know if y'all can hear it.
I think I heard it when you
Man,
did
you are
the
crazy.
good morning.
I just-
I like the holidays.
Just
Christmas is like
jingling
one of
the
my
bell.
Yeah.
Christmas is one of my favorite holidays.
Jingle it again.
Now I can hear it now.
There you go.
It's crazy. All right, y'all. Okay, let me read your final
Kiva
comments.
said I listen to Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror.
Who listens to that?
Shakiva.
Kiva.
Why?
I love Shakiva.
I listen to
She's
Michael
awesome.
Jackson, Man in the Mirror. Don't judge me.
Ooh, see.
Okay. Michael says I would never holler in the gym.
Please holler in the gym.
That's just creepy to me.
It is.
And
It's only if you do it while we bending all over or doing our stretches.
Brooklyn said that's not a
Thirsty.
good morning. That's child support.
Yeah.
Wait, is Brooklyn?
Brooklyn
I see
is
the picture. Is that a guy or a girl?
he's a guy. He's married.
okay.
He's just a joke.
He's just in here.
I don't mean he's just a joke. I mean he's just jokes. A jokester, yeah. And he's also we have for our sexy single swimsuit calendar. Brooklyn was the photographer for that calendar, and I think Jack has a picture of it, but. Yeah, this is the calendars. We have one for women and one for men. The women are all in swimsuits. The men are all in swim trunks. And Brooklyn was
Put that on the front of there.
the photographer. That's Marsha and James on the front.
Who's James? Tag him.
But Brooklyn was the photographer for our swimsuit calendar.
Okay.
All right, and I'm trying to read your
Thanks,
comments.
Brooklyn.
Derek says, I talk to women in the gym when they be on the exercise machine when they open and close their legs. Is that bad?
The hip abductor. Yeah,
Is that
please
what
don't do
You have
that.
the proper name for all of these
Yeah.
machines?
I go. I'm kind of into fitness
She's
a
a
little
gym
bit.
connoisseur.
like the butterfly machine.
Yeah, the hip. It's either abductor or abductor, whatever.
So anyway,
yeah.
he says he talked to women
Please
on
don't.
the machine.
I think he's being silly though. Can't.
I cannot deal with y'all. Okay, so
Riri, I listen to twerk in the gym too. Like I'll go to the twerk radio. That's why I be on that.
it's like a
Stairmaster,
whole
like-
station that plays twerk stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
K
Maybe
Styles.
that's what I was doing wrong. So the new year, I'm gonna
Right.
get some grimy, like T.I. and some
Yes.
Right.
like
You need somebody cussing at you.
Yeah.
okay, that's what you need.
You gotta get a little
Maybe that's
offended
what
by
I
it.
You need that
did wrong,
gangster,
'cause I was listening
you
to
know?
all like Beyonce and India.Arie, and I wasn't into
India
that.
Arie.
You need that
See?
Yo Gotti.
I'm gonna send you a playlist.
See, I need like some grimy music. Okay. But anyway, any final thoughts you want to say about being single over the holidays? We'll start with you, Amayu.
So this will be my last holiday single.
Okay, girl.
But yeah, just embrace your family, and if you're sad because you have lost loved ones that you've lost, like you said, do something in remembrance of them. I would suggest, and maybe some charity work. Yeah, that's it really. Little booties matter. That's all.
What was the last thing you said?
I said little booties matter.
You have a little booty?
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's
why
soft though.
she said little booties matter. All right, John, any final thoughts? I can't deal with her. I was like, wait, what?
I just tell everybody be happy, be around friends and family. If you can't be around family, you at least have friends. Everybody has friends. And just embrace them. Don't keep yourself in a closet or sit at home and feel sorry for yourself. Make the best of it.
Yeah. I agree. And I also want to we have our New Year's Eve party. I think I mentioned it earlier, but we have our New Year's Eve party coming up on New Year's Eve, and like I told you, it will be a blackout. It's called a glow up. So it's gonna be glow in the dark. We've got like 30 black lights, so it's gonna be all glow in the dark in there, and we'll have a champagne toast at midnight, and we have a brunch buffet. So it's gonna be pretty nice, open bar, lots of fun. Looking forward to that. You can get tickets on mcmglowup.eventbrite.com. All right, and that's the flyer for it. It's going to be at the Crown Room. Okay, and yeah, I just want to say that there are so many options. You don't have to be sad during the holidays. There's so much to do. There are bars, there's parties, there's friends, there's family. And use this time if you're off on vacation. You don't have anything. Use this time to redecorate your home or do things that you've always wanted to do. I think we have a lot of projects. Most people have a lot of projects that they haven't gotten around to. You could do those projects. You can also get my book, There's a Lid for Every Pot. That's great for singles to check out. There's a Lid for Every Pot, a dating guide for single professionals. So check that out too. You can get it on middleclassmatchmaker.com. All right, so next week we're going to come back and we're going to talk about our New Year's resolutions for the new year, your relationship goals for the upcoming year. We'll talk about that next week. And until then, smooches and have a happy holidays.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuning into the very best. It's yours truly, Jazzy Fizzle, Fizzle, Fizzle. And this is In-State Radio, man. Tune in, baby. Oh, boy.
If you would like to advertise your business on Conversations with Cupid, airing every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Instinct Radio, email us at shay@middleclassmatchmaker.com. That's shay@middleclassmatchmaker.com.
It's Georgia's best conversations with Cupid Radio. Your host, Shay Primus on InstinctRadio.net.